Hi seniors, it is Ms. Beal. It is time for us to do the Fairfax County Senior Survey. So I've put together this video to try to help you facilitate the survey. It is pretty simple. You shouldn't have too many problems with it. The biggest glitch with this survey is that once you hit submit, you on your own cannot reopen the survey to make any changes. So it's possible to reopen it. You just have to connect with me or your counselor to do that. So I'm going to ask that you please watch this video. I know it feels kind of slow, but it will really help us save time in the long run. Answer everything correctly, give us the right information. The whole purpose of the survey is to help us support you and learn whatever you might need for after graduation. So for some of you, that might be sending your final transcript to the right college that you plan to attend next year. For some of you, it's going to be verifying with military enlistment that you're on track for graduation. So thank you in advance for taking it seriously. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me if I can help you in any way. Okay, so the survey is in Naviance, and one of the easiest ways to get there is if you go ahead and open up your Schoology account. Up in the top bar, you'll go ahead and click on this waffle icon and just scroll down until you see Naviance. That is going to open up a new window. When you get here, you're going to scroll down again until you get to the Student Naviance login button. Right. Once you click on that, you will have the appropriate authorization. If you try to just go to Google and type in Naviance, you won't be connected to FCPS and your login will not work. So it's really important. You can also go ahead and use this address down at the bottom, www.fcps.edu/Naviance to get in. But either which way, it has to be logged in through FCPS. Once you log in, this is what you're going to see in Naviance. And I need you to look up at the top where it says About Me. You're going to want to click on that. And then towards the bottom, you're going to see surveys and surveys from your school. So once you select surveys from your school, you will get several options. You need to click on the FCPS Senior Survey. And there you go, FCPS Senior Survey for the class of 2023. Okay, the first question in the survey is, what is your post-graduation plan? And I realize we are asking everyone to do this at the end of April. There are still several more weeks of the school year and your plan may change. What I want you to do today is really just think of, as of today, what do I think I'm going to do with the information that I have? If you change your mind, that's fine. You can connect with me or your counselor. We can reset your survey and make an update later on. So I want to just walk through what each of these options mean and then, clarify for you any confusion there might be. The first thing to know is that you cannot leave your plan as undetermined. The default on this will not allow us to move forward, and it'll just indicate that you still haven't taken the survey. So even if you're unsure, there's a different section for that. So go ahead and just click on the drop down. College Associate's degree is for anyone who's going to be starting off at Nova. This could be a 2-year program. It doesn't have to be. It's just if you're going to be starting at Nova or another community college, I want you to select Associate's degree. If you're going to be starting off at a 4-year college or university, go ahead and select Bachelor's degree. You can leave the boxes blank for both of those. If you're going to do career education or trade school, so this could be an automotive trade school, it could be the STEP program with Fairfax County or the Pulley program or Job Corps. Whatever your alternative career education or trade school is, I want you to select career education or trade school, and then in the box, go ahead and type in what your plans are. Okay. After that, if you are enlisting in the military, so if you are going to a senior military college or a military academy, I still want you to put in the college bachelor's degree. But if you are enlisting directly into the military, I want you to select military service. And then in the box again, you're going to go ahead and type in Army or Navy or whichever branch that you're deciding to go with. After military service, this is employment. If you have a job or you just want to start working right after high school, you're going to go ahead and check that. I'm not sure I need guidance from a counselor is a completely fine answer. If you are at this point and you just want to talk through some more with your counselor, go ahead and select that. What that will often mean is that you'll connect with your counselor. You may end up doing the survey again, but we do want to make sure that everyone feels supported if you need some more information or just some help sort of figuring out what you're going to do next. dropped out, at this point, it's not an option. If you're taking this survey, it's because you're currently a student. So go ahead and just ignore that one. Moving on, the college prep school. So if you're going to go to specifically a military prep school, you would go ahead and select that option. The gap or service year is for students who, they have applied to a four-year college, they have been offered admission to a four-year college, and you have specifically requested the admissions office defer you for a year to do that gap year program. If you are planning on working for a year and maybe applying to a college later on, then I want you to go ahead and do employment. But so this is very specific gap year programs. If you are going to be going to a college but not in the United States, you would check non-US college. If you are undecided in your plans, but you don't really feel like you need any guidance from your counselor, you just aren't really sure, that's fine. You can select undecided here. Into apprenticeship plan, that is duplicated. I haven't been given an explanation as to why. Go ahead and select one if you are in fact doing a very structured apprenticeship program for a trade program. Number 2 is if you have asked us for a transcript request at any point this year because you're doing a college application, all of those schools will come up, right, in this list. You're going to just work through and let us know, the outcome of those applications and whether or not you're going to be attending. This will generate the scattergrams that many of you have probably looked at over the years. It's self-reported information, but it also tells us exactly where to send your final transcript. So I'm going to just give you an example of how to fill this out. So for this account, I'm going to say that this person was accepted to Christopher Newport, and they applied. We applied early action, but is not going to attend there, right? So that's all we have to say. Christopher Newport offered admission. But they also applied to James Madison, and that is where they're going to go. So they absolutely need to click attending. This is what we'll fill in that box up at the top. We're going to send the final transcript. So if you are planning to go to college next year, and it doesn't matter if you sent them a transcript in your application process and they've offered you admission, if they don't get your final transcript, you cannot enroll. Because you need to think of it, the final transcript is the proof that you've graduated from high school, right? So this person is going to attend and click send final transcript. So the final decision is that we know they were accepted, and the application type will say was also early action. Okay. Next one, University of Virginia. Not attending, waitlisted. Let's say if you were waitlisted and you still, you're not sure. Maybe you're thinking, well, if I'm on this wait list, if they offered me admission, I would go, but I just don't know what the actual, the final decision is from the campus. That's fine. You're waitlisted. If they offer you, you would go there, click send final transcript. Normally, we only send one transcript for wherever you're going to attend. The only time we, might send an additional one is if you're waitlisted somewhere, because sometimes you could get an offer in the middle of the summer, and we want to make sure that the school has access to your final transcript at that point. Okay, if you have schools that are not in this list that you did apply to, there will be an option on your account. It isn't showing up on my kind of fake account here, but there is a place where you can select add school. Right? So some of you are probably going to be going to Virginia Tech next year, and you didn't need a transcript from us earlier on. So I need you to add the school, and then once Virginia Tech is in there, you're going to go ahead and fill out those exact same steps. Likewise, if you're going to go to Nova next year, and maybe you haven't requested any transcripts at all from us yet, this is where you would go ahead and add the school, add Northern Virginia Community College, and you're going to put in the Annandale campus. Okay, you can technically take classes at any of the campuses, but we're going to send the transcripts electronically to Annandale. Okay. If you know that you have applied to colleges and you really want to do this, but on your account you're not seeing this send final transcript option, that is because you have not given us as a school the parental consent to send your transcript anywhere. So if that is you, then I need you to stop working on the survey, take care of the parental consent. Once we have a record of that and we can update Naviance on our end, then you'll be able to log back in and complete the senior survey. Okay. Before I forget, Some of you are athletes. If you're planning on playing, in college, maybe you've registered with the NCAA Clearinghouse, you also need to make sure that they're going to get a final transcript and do that in here as well. All right. The next couple of questions are going to be more yes, no, kind of quick questions for you to answer. The first one is just trying to figure out who has applied for federal student aid. So it's going to give you a yes, no, or not sure. Some of you, maybe your parents did it for you and you aren't positive. It's fine. Just go ahead and answer this however you know best. The next question, question 4, is whether or not the federal government is giving you any money to attend a school, right? It's not a loan. This is a grant that you would have qualified for. Yes, no, also not sure is an option. Okay. Number 5 is asking about merit scholarship. So it's something that you have done that you would have earned a scholarship for. And I say you have done because this does not include like a GI Bill, a yellow ribbon program, anything where, potentially your family is financing your education because of the work that your parents did in the military. This is really specific to like what you have earned if you are receiving any merit scholarship. And then if you answer yes to number 5, number 6 is going to ask you for the amount of the scholarship. This is really a school board question. They are always looking to find out how our students are doing in terms of being recognized for all of their hard work and merit and activities that they've been involved in. So the important thing for number 6 is that the system is very particular and it will not accept anything with punctuation. So you can see in this example how it's giving, it's asking you not to include the comma in 3000. Likewise, it doesn't want any kind of a dollar sign or decimal point or anything like that. So it's going to be for all 4 years. So I want you to imagine if you got a, say, $10,000 scholarship and it's renewable for 4 years, then you would go ahead and type in $40,000. Okay. If you are going to any of the academies, the military academy, I'm going to read you some numbers that I need you to put into this box. Okay. If you're going to the Air Force Academy, you're going to put in $400,000. Coast Guard Academy, $400,000. Merchant Marine Academy, $275,000. West Point Military Academy, $226,000, and the Naval Academy, $200,000. If you're not going to an academy, don't worry about any of that. That's just very specific numbers that we need to use for those academy kids. All right, next question is really open answer. This is just trying to get some information on what type of college or career related experiences you've had throughout high school. So click off any of those that might apply for you. And then the last question is the optional one. We're not going to have, you're not going to have your FCPS schools account anymore after you graduate. So this is just if you'd like to leave us an email address that we can use in the future to contact you. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful to you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Just reach out to me and I will try to answer them. And otherwise, I just want to say that I'm really excited about how close we are to graduation, and I'm really proud of all of you, and I just can't wait to celebrate you there. So